Okay, Saurabh, so let's start your mock for thermodynamics. And
Okay, sir.
you are preparing for GAIL India.
GAIL, yes, sir. GAIL.
Okay. So, what you prepared in thermodynamics, Saurabh?
Yes, sir. I have prepared the basic thermodynamics, that is the first law, second law, and its corollaries about the different combined first law and second law, the
Hmm.
TDS relations, the entropy things, means how to calculate entropy change, then the properties of pure substances, and finally the cycles, thermodynamic cycles.
Fine. So, Saurabh, can you first tell me something about the reversible cycle? What do you mean by a reversible cycle?
Yes, sir. A reversible cycle is a cycle in means a cycle consists of some processes, right? So a reversible cycle is a cycle in which each of the processes are conducted in a reversibly. Such as Carnot cycle is one of such a reversible cycle. Other cycles like Otto cycle, diesel cycles also are reversible cycles.
So, both Otto, diesel, Carnot, all are reversible cycles.
Yes, sir. Reversible
Fine.
cycles.
You heard about Carnot theorem, Saurabh?
Yes,
Carnot
sir.
principle. That is one of
Yes,
the
sir.
corollary of that second law of thermodynamics also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Carnot
Yes.
principle. So can you tell me something about this? What is that Carnot principle?
Yes, sir. The Carnot's theorem is actually says that between two reservoirs at constant temperature, the efficiency of reversible engine is the maximum, and the efficiency of any two reversible engine operating between two fixed temperature heat reservoirs are always same.
Fine. So if I will give you two temperatures like high and low temperature,
Yes, sir.
higher
Yes, sir.
maximum temperature and lower temperature, and suppose that higher and maximum temperature is same for Carnot and Otto cycle and
Yes, sir.
diesel cycle
Yes.
also.
Yes,
So
sir.
Otto cycle, diesel cycle, and Carnot cycle, all three are operating between same temperature limit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all three will have same efficiency.
No, sir. All three will not have same efficiency because of the fact that in Carnot cycle, we means in any cycle we have to do two things. First, there is heat addition and heat rejection. Right. In Carnot cycle, this heat addition takes place at temperature, and the heat rejection takes place at the minimum temperature. So this makes the Carnot cycle more efficient than Otto cycle and diesel cycle.
No, why? You can say how you can say that Soroki, because I'm limiting the temperature. Maximum temperature and
Yes, sir.
minimum temperature is same for both the cases.
Yes, sir. But actually, when you are heating, means when you are adding heat, say in Carnot cycle. So first of all, you are heating it, means how we are heating. We are actually taking the system to the heat source, means say Q1 at a temperature, high temperature T1, and we are taking a heat Q1. So there are two things. First of all, this heat addition means this is known as external reversibility, that the heat addition also to the system is reversible. Means we are reversibly adding the heat to the system, right?
So
And
Otto and diesel cycle are not externally reversible.
no, they are not externally reversible, but they are internally reversible cycles.
They are internally reversible cycles.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So how you can say there will be like suppose if these are externally Carnot cycle is completely reversible cycle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And sometimes we say in a completely reversible cycle there is no entropy generation.
Yes, sir.
So can you show it to me? Like the entropy generation in Carnot cycle is zero.
Yes, sir. Means if I say that Carnot cycle consists of actually three things. One is the reservoir from which heat is being taken, means the high temperature reservoir. Second is the system, that is the engine actually, and third is which is actually producing work, and the third is the low temperature reservoir which is known as also sink, right? So suppose the high temperature reservoir is at temperature T1 and the low temperature reservoir is at temperature T2, and it takes heat from the high temperature reservoir and gives a heat Q2 to the low temperature reservoir. So the entropy change of the high temperature reservoir is Q1 by T1, and the heat entropy change of the low temperature reservoir is Q2 by T2, and due to the fact that the Carnot cycle is a reversible cycle, so the entropy change of the engine is zero, heat engine is zero. So the net entropy change in the process is Q1 by T1 minus Q2 by T2. But as the process is a reversible process, so Q1 by T1 is equal to Q2 by T2. Hence the net entropy for this process.
So
Carnot cycle.
how it is possible to add heat at isothermal, like constant temperature? How it is possible?
Yes, sir. Means we are adding heat to a isothermal process, so we can actually think this in terms of the first law of thermodynamics, that for any process we know that dq is equals to du plus dw. So you are saying that the process is isothermal, so I
No,
can think that
I'm just asking you how it is possible. How it is possible to add heat at constant temperature?
okay,
Since you are
means from
adding
a
heat, temperature is constant. How it is possible?
okay, means from a source, means from a source I am
Obviously, from a source you are adding heat into the system,
yes,
or you are rejecting heat.
yes,
By
yes.
adding heat, the system temperature that is not changing, and the same case in the heat rejection. How it is possible?
Okay. Okay, sir. So means as I was saying that if the temperature remains constant, this means we can think the internal energy of the system remains constant. So if I am adding heat, I have to also perform equal amount of work. Say I am actually, the system is expanding. So dq is equals to dw, which makes the q u to be constant. So as you, if you want to practically implement things like this, that I have a cylinder where I am actually heating, but the cylinder, the piston on the cylinder is as well as
Means
expanding.
you want to say that we are adding heat and we are getting work.
Yes, sir. That's it. That's
and the same case we can say in rejection. Means we are rejecting it and we are supplying work.
We are supplying work. Yes.
But there is no work supplied. There is no work supplied in that rejection process. Like if that is a thing, then we will have work zero. Because
no means if we actually observe in the Carnot cycle, in as I was giving example in a PV diagram, so as you were saying that in the first process is the isothermal heat addition process, so isothermal expansion process. So here is we are actually giving heat as well as it is expanding too. So as I was saying previously, sir, we are getting work as well as we are supplying heat. So they balances and makes the process isothermal.
But work actually we get in the isentropic expansion process, na? There is a isentropic expansion process is also there in
yes,
Carnot.
Means after, yes, after isothermal there is isentropic.
So from where we are getting work in isentropic expansion?
No,
isentropic
sir,
expansion mein from where we are getting work?
Okay, means you
because
are
there is
saying
no heat transfer. There is no heat transfer in the isentropic expansion process.
Yes, sir. In
so
the isentropic yes,
where we are
means
getting work?
we actually means we are actually using the internal energy of the system to produce work.
Obviously, if you will mention that same thing for isentropic process, that's fine, because in isentropic work, the work which we are getting, that is totally on the expense of internal energy. Totally on the expense of energy.
Yes.
Because there is no heat transfer. The internal energy will decrease and we will get the work output. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But how you can say that the same thing for isothermal process? That I'm not getting. The heat addition equal to work transfer, that is fine. The ideal gas is there.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That is fine. But I asked you how actually we can realize that process of isothermal heat addition. My question is clear, Saurabh? I just simply asked you how we can realize a isothermal heat addition process. Is that clear?
Okay, sir. Means I think you are asking actually the process in which actually this thing happens. Means I am adding heat yet the temperature is not increasing, something like this.
Yes.
Okay, sir. So as I can think like this, suppose you have a gas in a container and you have heated it. So means due to the random, as you can think like due to the random motion, the temperature should increase first of all. Means if you can see that, suppose I am actually close the lid of the system, so the temperature will increase because the pressure also temperature will increase due to this effect. But once the gas is once the piston is expanding, So there is, I can use the formula of ideal gas and say that Vt is constant, and can say that means actually I can expand the piston to an equivalent amount such that the temperature becomes as the same as the initial temperature. Means if you can think that I actually truly the throughout the journey the temperature may not be constant if we are not using any reversible process. Means if you are
So why this Carnot cycle is not practically possible?
uh, Carnot cycle is not practically possible.
Is it possible?
Mm,
Practically, it is
no,
possible or not?
no sir, it is not possible.
So why not
Means
possible?
okay, means yes sir, means we cannot actually truly supply heat in a isothermal condition. Means in isothermal heat addition, means it is very difficult to maintain that isothermal condition throughout during the heat addition process.
So what is
And
the use? So what is the use of this Carnot cycle when it is not possible?
yes sir, means it is not practically possible, but it has a use that actually it sets up a limit that the how much what is the maximum efficiency that a practical engine can have. Actually means suppose we are trying to design an engine and where we want say 80% efficiency, but with the prescribed heat prescribed temperature of the source and sink, we can actually calculate the efficiency of an equivalent Carnot cycle, and if we see that it is 70% efficient, then the practical heat engine will always be less than 70%. So as we planned previously that we want an 80% efficiency heat engine is never possible. So there we can actually have set an upper limit in case of Carnot cycle.
Okay. So can you tell me the difference between second law of thermodynamics and first law of thermodynamics? What is the difference between these two laws?
Yes, sir. Means first law of thermodynamics is interested more on the quantity of heat transfer and work done, whereas second law of thermodynamics is more interested in the quality of the energy interaction. Means it says that not all process, not all interaction, even it is feasible from the first law of thermodynamics is possible, such as we cannot convert, as we know that heat is a low quality energy and work is a high quality energy. So from the first law of thermodynamics, there is no barrier that we can convert every heat energy into work. But from second law of thermodynamics, there is a natural barrier that we cannot do. It is the principles of nature. So that there is the difference.
So can you tell me something about the available energy? What is available energy?
Yes, sir. Available energy is the amount of energy that we can actually extract from the system if we actually operate the system in a reversible cycle and bring it to a dead state. And then the maximum work we can obtain from such a system from the reversible engine is the available energy that we can obtain from the system.
Okay, like suppose if I will give you some water inside some bottle,
Okay, sir.
you are having, and in that you are having some water.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At some temperature.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Suppose you want to define the energy of that water.
Energy
total
of
energy,
okay.
Total
okay.
energy, internal energy, and entropy.
Okay.
How you can define?
Okay, sir. So first of all, we to define, as we know that we cannot calculate the exact value of this thermodynamic variables, so we have to first set up a reference state. So if we think that the ambient temperature is the reference state, so we can calculate internal energy as mc delta T, which is delta T is the system temperature minus the ambient temperature. Now the internal energy, the total energy.
That mc delta T is what?
mc delta T is actually, sir, the change in internal energy. But actually we cannot actually find out the absolute value, so we have taken a reference state datum as the temperature of the ambient. So from there mc delta T we can calculate U. Now the total energy of the system consists of both macroscopic and the microscopic is the internal energy and the macroscopic is the kinetic and potential energy. But if we are assuming that there is no kinetic energy, So from the datum level, we have to select one datum level to define potential energy, and with respect to that mgz, we have to add with the internal energy to get the total energy. Now similarly for entropy calculation also, we have to define one datum. So suppose the same datum I am choosing as the environment temperature, so delta S is mc ln T2 by T1. So from there we can calculate the entropy of the state of the bottle, of the water in the bottle.
What is entropy? So my last question is to you. What is
Yes,
your
sir.
understanding about this term entropy?
Yes, sir. Means according to, means if I take as a definition that we have learned from our school and also in college, that entropy is the degree of randomness of the system. But actually this randomness actually means that we don't know about the system. Means we don't know that how the things, like in a microscopic sense, how the molecules say are arranged within the system. So this level of unknowingness or kind of ignorance of the system actually described as entropy.
Mm-hmm.
And means now in thermodynamic sense, it can be related to the thermodynamic variables like temperature, pressure, and also with heat and heat interaction. But
So
actually,
what is the difference between entropy and entropy generation?
yes, sir. Entropy is basically a thermodynamic property, means it is a point function, whereas entropy generation is a path function. And entropy generation is basically a hallmark quantity for a irreversible process, means there is delta S can be calculated using integral delta Q by T plus delta S generation. So as it is a path function, so it is obviously depend on path, whereas entropy, when even in a irreversible process, when system changes from state 1 to state 2, the delta S will be same for any path, whereas the delta S generation will vary with path.
Okay, Saurabh, let me give you the feedback, because generally we keep these mocks 10 to 15 minutes duration only. But I think
Okay,
now
sir.
already we have much time. So I asked you today something about initially I asked you about the reversible cycle. So you need to mention, like, although like when I asked you about why Carnot cycle and Otto cycle, why these two are not having same efficiency. So you mentioned something about that. The Carnot cycle is both internally and externally reversible, and Otto cycle is not completely reversible. So actually in the start only, when you are giving the example of a reversible cycle, you didn't know to mention about the Otto and diesel cycle. Reversible means, sir, a cycle is known as a reversible cycle if the net entropy change of the surrounding, or what you can say, net entropy change of the both system and surrounding, or what you can say, entropy generation will be zero. So a cycle is reversible if it is internally as well as externally reversible. Okay. So in Otto cycle, diesel cycle, these are not reversible cycles. These are air standard cycles. उन्हें हम reversible cycle नहीं बोलते. Those are not the ideal cycle. Those are the air standard cycles. Whereas Carnot cycle is completely reversible cycle, and that is known as the ideal cycle and reversible cycle. तो जब reversible cycle बोलते हैं ना, तो हम Carnot cycle का नाम लेते हैं, ना कि Otto and diesel का. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
What is the reason that actually you highlighted, but at the end, and that's why I asked you. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
how heat addition is possible at constant temperature? How you can answer that, Saurabh? You need to say, sir, if we are adding heat at a very slow rate, very slowly, if you are adding heat, then we can assume that process as a isothermal process. Like suppose this is some system, you are adding heat, like suppose you are adding 0.01 watt, then again 0.01 watt, then again 0.01 watt. Are you getting me?
Yes,
It's a very slow rate.
yes.
Rate of heat addition is very slow. So actually isothermal process we can realize if we will add heat very slow manner. So that's why we generally define isothermal process as a very slow process.
Okay, sir.
And how we can realize a adiabatic process? In Carnot cycle, we can realize a adiabatic process if it is very fast. Because if a process is occurring in a very fast manner, then we can say
Yes.
that the heat transfer will be zero. Because even if you have provided the insulation, then also we are not having any insulation which will restrict actually heat transfer to zero. Then surely there will be some kind of heat transfer. So, but if a process is occurring at a very fast manner, then what we can say, there is no time for heat transfer. So in Carnot cycle, one process is very, very slow, that is isothermal. Another process, adiabatic, that is very, very fast. And this particular combination is not possible. The slow process, very, very slow process, very, very fast process, this combination is not possible. That's why we cannot have realize a Carnot cycle in actual practice. Actual practice,
Okay.
if you will try to develop a Carnot cycle, the engine if you will develop, that will run at a very slow speed. Even it will run, even if human person will be able to, you can say, beat your car if you're moving in a car which is actually running on the Carnot engine. Are you getting? So that's why
Yes,
there
sir.
is no practical uses of these kind of engines. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But yes, this particular law, this particular cycle is giving us the concept of the what maximum efficiency we can target. Okay, because 100% efficiency we cannot target. Okay,
No.
so what we can target other than 100? That idea we are getting from the Carnot cycle. Second law you mentioned, what is second law, first law difference? तो थोड़ा सा उसमें लास्ट में आपको बताऊंगा व्हाट इज एनर्जी. एनर्जी आपने ठीक बताया, मैक्रोस्कोपिक माइक्रोस्कोपिक फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी. एंट्रोपी एंट्रोपी जनरेशन आल्सो यू आंसर्ड. So your knowledge is fine. I got that impression कि you are defining the things in right manner, but थोड़ा सा आपको और ज्यादा specific होना चाहिए, like because for PSU I don't think they will give you that much time. Although you
Okay,
are
sir.
looking confident, okay, you are looking confident, your delivery is also right, but you need to be more specific. Like what interview is actually asking you, you need to clearly get that idea, है ना? And then you need to
Okay, sir.
explain
Fine.
that thing only. Because in PSU we are having very less time, like 10-15 minutes the
Yes, sir.
entire
Yes.
duration. I mean,
Correct.
in that entire duration, you need to impress the interviewer. And how you can
Right.
impress? If you will be very specific with the question. What they're asking you, just define that only. Don't go to other topics. Huh?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Okay,
For
sir.
research organizations, suppose if you are going for DRDO, ISRO, then you will have sufficient time also, and they will allow you to explain that thing in an you can say broader manner. But यहाँ पे आपको उसको बड़ा specific होके answer करना है. That is the suggestion
Okay.
overall. But you know the things है ना, ये चीजें मेरे को मिली. I have not asked you about the practical problems, practical questions, because I think PSUs के लिए that will be sufficient है ना. But if you listen to the different snap mocks and you will watch
Yes,
the marathon
yes.
class, you will get a
Yes.
idea what questions they can ask you. उससे
Yes, sir.
बाहर
Yes.
कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Like marathon class अगर आप देख लोगे, and
हाँ.
if you listen to the actually snap mocks thermodynamics, you will be able to
Yes.
get the idea ना, and you will be able to present yourself in an effective manner, better manner.
Okay,
बाकी these interviews are just for practice. ठीक है. तो
Okay,
अभी
sir.
when you will go for different snaps with different mentors, you will be able to
Yes.
improve your delivery actually, है ना. ठीक है सर.
Okay, sir.
So from this
Yes.
side, my side, it is okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I
Thank you.
performed fine today. Okay. So
Okay,
good
sir.
luck. Keep preparing.